Hey everybody, so last week we kind of dove into one-to-one computing and really devices more than just computers when we say that it can be a lot of different things. The other deal we looked at as some alternatives to PowerPoint, and I know we use Google Slides, but we did Canva, some of you may have looked at Prezi. It's just to kind of reinforce that there are alternatives out there, that you don't always have to use a certain type of product or something like that. A lot of times it's easier if your whole school district uses it, so it does make it more user-friendly and consistent that way. This week we're diving into freeware, shareware, apps, things that were pretty common with if you've got a smartphone, or maybe you kind of clicked on that some of the things out there they don't charge us for. We've got them available to us and our students, but there might be a catch, and that's usually through advertisements. They're collecting your information possibly, or you may have to use it for a certain period of time and then you got to pay for it after that. And so that's kind of some things that we're looking at when you're using technologies for yourself or for your students, just to be aware of that. Is anything really free? So that's what we're looking at when we talk about that. The other thing we're going to kind of just touch on is AI, and this is something that I think you're all aware of. Definitely has a major foothold on everything that we're doing these days. Just plan on students knowing about AI, but maybe not knowing how to use AI. And so that's some things to think about, is what do I want a student to use, what do I not want to have a student use, and talk to them about that. Have that conversation about when is it appropriate. Is the information reliable? Most of this stuff is made up by humans, and it's picking the 80% of what people put out there. Well, if there's a lot of misinformation, people are incorrect, or they don't know, or other things that are trying to influence that, you may have wrong information. You may also have AI do what they call hallucinating, where they look at all the possibilities it doesn't know, so it makes up the information. This is also kind of a little more of a critical thinking kind of aspect, where a lot of times you need to go in and investigate and look at multiple sources, look at reliable sources, look at things that are out there. Now, I'm not saying AI is bad, because it can crank out some serious numbers, it can give you scenarios, it can help you try different things. It really can make a huge difference in the amount of work that you and your students do. If you've ever used Grammarly, that's AI helping you write better, like a tutor. And we have had some kind of philosophical issues that the person's writing is so much better that it doesn't seem like theirs. But if they spent the same amount of time with a tutor and went through it, would they reach the same area? So that's something you think about when you're looking at AI, creating images, having videos that are out there. There's some deep fake stuff that you kind of question a little bit. So just have students be aware of it, have an honest conversation. And if you need to, there are software out there that do detect AI and let you know whether something is possibly an issue or may not. I really say it's up to the teacher. Have honest conversations with your students. Those are the best policies when we get into that. So hope you have a great week and enjoy it, and we'll play with some new things this week. Thanks.